I hope at the end of it, you would have gotten a chance to make a decision, also. So, GotBackup, it's just here to offer two solutions to everybody who is looking out for living sponsors, right? For everybody who is looking out for a solution. About 2 decades ago, things like this started. Mark Zuckerberg, I'll say, is the first person who started something like this. And when he was starting what he started, which is now known as Facebook, he invited friends also. He invited some friends of his to come and take a look at something he was starting. Then he was in uni, level 200, I was told. And when he invited them, a few of them showed up. Some came to tell him that this thing will not work. It's not one of those things that will work. And out of 5 friends, there was only 2 friends who believed in what he was doing. The two who believed in what he was doing are right now 2 decades down the line of Facebook. Facebook is about 22 or so years now. They're multimillionaires with him. And the 3 of his friends who thought it was a joke, they have ever regretted for not doing Facebook with him, because now Facebook is more than just connecting people. It is doing a lot more when people are earning incomes there. I'm saying this to say that this is how technology grows. It scales. And this is something I know is going to scale, because for now, Christ even scaling. So you're welcome. I don't know what your dreams are, whether it is building your own house in Trasaco. I don't know whether Trasaco is still the ish now, and living in the space that you prefer to live, or whether it is traveling the world however you want it, or having that secure income for that time when you are not working, so you can fall on something solid. Well, this could be that solution for you, because now more than ever, we are using phones more than any other thing in this world. And now more than ever, ordinary people are becoming multimillionaires because there are systems online that if you know the right one to leverage, you could start turning your dreams into reality. I mean, the internet has changed the way we work now. COVID made it even worse, that you cannot just do a 9 to 5 job. You can just stay at home or be on a gadget and still be making sometimes even more money than those who are going and coming. So this is something any and everybody can do on the side of whatever they're doing. But let me tell you more about it as we're going. All right. So GotBackup is here basically to empower individuals, whether it's organizations, to achieve 2 dreams. One, your digital dream. 2, your financial dream. It's obvious we all cannot live on one income stream in the times we live now. It is very, very risky to live on one income stream. And it is actually abnormal, according to stats, to have a mobile device and not to be making money from your device. So if you're not yet making money from your device, then this is maybe what you should look at. The other thing is the digital dream. People are losing precious data because they are not getting the right places to store them. GotBackup is here to leverage those 2 things to turn those dreams into reality. And who is behind this organization? Mostly when new things come, we all want to know who are the people behind it. GotBackup offers, this is their product, a secure cloud storage service. By this organization behind it is called Global Virtual Opportunities. Global Virtual Opportunities has been in existence since 1997. They started in Canada. Now they're in Texas, USA. That's where the data center is. And GotBackup offers everybody, whether you're an individual organization, a secure place to store your data, your digital assets at unbelievable prices. And beyond the service, it gives you a chance to be part of a profitable strategic partnership program. The organization, like I said, started in 1997. It's a multi-million-dollar, fully owned software development company and internet marketing development company. They've been building service for organizations for well over 2 decades now. Previously, those days, data was something that was not big in the 1997s. Those times we used to store things on diskettes. I don't know if any of you met the floppy disk, the one that you push into the computer now. Then we moved from that floppy disk to a CD-ROM. Then DVDs came, then the pen drives came. and then the external hard drives came. That's how data has evolved over the years. But the future of data storage now has now moved to cloud. So you don't see a lot of pen drives around now. I mean, external hard drives, you see them, but not much. Everybody is migrating to store their things in the cloud. So GotBackup, who has already been providing service for organizations and big companies, also birthed its own cloud storage service called GotBackup. Oh, sorry, Global Virtual Opportunities birthed GotBackup is cloud service. And GotBackup is a 3-year-old product. It was 2023, just 3 years ago was when GotBackup was launched. The organization, like I said, has been there since 1997, and the pictures you are seeing on my screen is the physical structure. I'll show you a video of the data center itself, a talk given by our CEO himself. So the company is not young; it's about 30 years old. Next year to be 30. And they moved to Canada specifically because of the fiber optics they needed. The big companies that we know that provide all the data solutions, I hear the Amazons, the other tech companies are all in Texas in the US because the fiber optics are very good there to support anything related to cloud storage. So that's where GoBackup is situated. And the service is just about 2 years old. It's the cloud storage service of GoBackup. And that's, if you know, is the future of data storage. So this is the physical structure. Perhaps you want to take a screenshot and check whether they really exist. Because in this era of AI and stuff, people don't really believe that new things, not some new things are happening in small corners, but the physical structure, the physical location of GoBackup is what I'm showing to you on the screen. You can check it out on Google Earth, because this was just taken from Google Earth, and I'll show you what happens inside GoBackup's data center. There are real human beings behind this organization, and it's not AI run. The CEO, Mr. Joe Therian, his wife, Eugenia Antanova, they have a chief operations officer, Mr. Mike Potbin, and other technical people who are into software development. Some of them are into the Internet of Things, like everything needed for this to work. They have the technical support to back it. Last year, November, they were here in Ghana here. They came to Ghana because we, on the global scope for this continent, Africa, Ghana is the gateway to this project for the continent, Africa. We're running so fast with the project, they needed to come and see what was happening here, see what they had to do to support the project on here. So they are real human beings. I got the privilege of meeting them when they came in November last year. So the other technical guys in here, I have the privilege of knowing some people from Dropbox and other cloud services have actually come into GoBackup because of what GoBackup is offering the world with the service from the start, from where they are starting from, just a 3-year-old organization. Also, for an organization that intends to grow and be sustainable, you need a board of directors. Companies who have boards have been there for years. GoBackup also has a board of directors backing it. And I'm sure you see a familiar name, a name that should make you proud as a Ghanaian, perhaps an African too, on the board of directors. These are people who lead, who are in fact, all of them are multimillionaires in their spaces. Noel Abt is the French person on this project. Sylvia Fontana is the Italian on this project for the Italian market. So you have to Chris and Tammy for the Canadian market. I've told you about Yves and his wife already, and Mr. Randy Ostrom, who's also, I think, is into finance or something like that. But let me speak about Dr. Kweku Ohene-Asare, who is my lecturer. I told you whilst I was in school, someone told me about this in business school. So Dr. Kweku Ohene-Asare is a professor in 4 universities in the world, 2 in UK, De Montfort University, Warwick University, University of Johannesburg in South Africa, and then University of Ghana Business School, where I met him. He's into AI, cloud computing, machine learning, business analytics. He has certification from MIT. So on this board, he's a technical person on the projects, giving the technical backing, the ideas, the technical aspects on this. And that gives me surety on this project, because most times when projects and new things come, you wonder who are the real people behind it, who brought it. And now we know those Black African, a Ghanaian, on the board of this organization. So if anything happens on the inside, there's no way we will not know what's happening. And that gives me some surety about where this is really going, because he leads it in Africa and I think Europe also, not only for Africans and on the board. All right. So let me use this chance to play a video of what happens on GotBackup's cloud storage space. Let me show you where a tour of where my CEO takes you into the data center of GotBackup, so you can see what happens in there. It is such an interesting thing. So most times when we hear of cloud storage, people think the data is being stored somewhere in the clouds. It's an infrastructure that is used to store your data. So this is a tour of the data center of GotBackup by the CEO himself.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure and how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room, and what we're going to do is we're going to take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I want to explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm going to code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So a couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect of security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security. It's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if God forbid a bomb dropped on this building, a hurricane came in, whatever, a flood, which statistically is impossible. But if it did happen, we also back up all of your cloud data to a third-party data center just in case something ever happened to this building. And again, it's never happened, but you just never know, right?
All right, so let me just pause right there. So that is what happens inside the data center of GotBackup. So, I mean, perhaps you haven't seen a data center before. This may be your opportunity to see what happens inside there. And that was my CEO giving you the tour of the data center of GotBackup. It's quite an impressive infrastructure. So why have we been talking about cloud storage now? Guys, now more than ever in our world, we are generating data at unprecedented rates. Stats say we generate over 402 million terabytes of data every single day. Every single day, where from social media interactions, from everything happening online, all these platforms that are on social media, we are generating data. And not only is it happening on social media platforms, everything about our lives now. Schooling is happening online, banking is happening online, church is online. All this is generating data. Even this meeting we are having here is streaming and we are creating data with it. And every interaction is producing data. Data at unprecedented rate from all sources, mostly from this particular device, the mobile phone. So let me ask, how many phones do you have personally? Perhaps you can put it in the chat. I'll get into some stats about the mobile phones in the world now. Data has become the new oil of our time. I mean, in the previous millennium, people who had money were people who were into oil. Now, data is the new oil of our time. The multimillionaires of our time are not people who own physical oil, are people who are working in this space with data. Everybody doing something related to data and tech, they are the multimillionaires of our world. Go check the top 10 people who are listed for Forbes. About the 8 of them are in technology. And data must be stored. AI and all that is happening is creating data. All this data must be stored. And there is opportunity in data storage. It will surprise you to know that this 402 million terabytes of data we generate every day, there are just about 20 organizations in the world providing data storage solutions. So you can imagine the opportunity there and how much they are earning, how much people are paying to store their data, because nobody wants to lose their data. This just confirms what I just mentioned. You can also go Google it. How much data is generated every day? It's about 500, almost 500 million terabytes of data every single day. And from the sources, social media, streaming platforms like we are doing this morning. And all because we have all become reliant and addicted to this beautiful device. We've all become reliant on this device. We use it for literally everything in our lives now. I mean, I'm sure this morning, this is what woke you up. Because for me, I'm one of the 80% who use their phones as an alarm clock. Perhaps if you are one of them, you can put a one in the chat for me. So I know you're also just like me. The mobile phone has replaced the traditional alarm clock. You don't even see it anymore. You don't see that one you don't see it anymore. And stats tell us there are almost 90% of us who will feel uneasy if we got to work and realize we didn't have our phones with us. Your day will be like the worst day ever because the phone was not with you. Because people's offices, their livelihoods, their business, everything is on this device. If you take it away, you've taken something precious from them. Allow me to plug my charger to this. I think my battery is going down a little. Please give me a minute. Let me connect this. Okay. Okay, so I'm back. Give me a minute. I think it didn't pick up. All right, good. I think I'm back. Good. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. So we've all become reliant on this device called the mobile phone, and it is so attached to us that I'm sure it's the first thing you picked up when you woke up this morning. And I'm sure it's about the last thing you dropped before you slept yesterday night. And that is how addicted we've come to this device. But then the devices are so delicate that the first thing you buy after buying your phone is a case and a screen protector because you want to protect the outside. So nothing happens to the outside of your phone. What about the things that you are putting on the phone? How are you protecting that? Because the mobile devices coming now they don't come with memory card slot anymore. No, even SIM card slots are not even being provided anymore. We are moving to eSIM. Everything is becoming more digitalized, and your phone definitely does not have the capacity to store everything that you put on it. That's why for your phone, every one of them is put onto something, a cloud related service. Because now, more than ever, you can't buy a high spec phone and not have a backup for that device. You just can't have a phone and keep everything about your life on that phone. What happens when the phone breaks or someone steals it? There are solutions for that, and that's where GotBackup comes to leverage two serious massive trends in this era of digital space. Let's start with the first trend. And I hope some people were able to put the number of phones they use in the chat box. None yet. All right. How many phones do you use? I use two phones. I use two iPhones. There are about 15 billion smartphones in the world. 15 billion smartphones in the world. The phones are more than the human beings in the world because we are about 8 billion or so far in the world, 8 billion human beings. But the phones alone are more than us. We've not added tablets, neither have we added laptops. The gadgets are more than us. And for anything that there's growth and demand, there's financial success attached to it. That's why everybody who's doing something related to the phone is doing well. And the phone is everywhere. The phones are in the corporate world. They are on the marketplaces. They are in the villages. They are in schools. Children are using them. There's no respecter of age or any race, or everybody is using the smartphone. You go to a village and go and see some high spec phone, and you wonder which people are there using that high spec phone. Thank you for your responses. Two phones, an iPhone and an Android. I have something amazing for you. So that's where the trend is going, because there's so much smartphones in the world. And beyond the smartphones, let me talk about the laptops also, because when you have a laptop crash, the pain goes beyond just what you've lost on your cell phone. Stats is telling us that about 70% of businesses lose significant data from laptops. Most of them, human error, something spills on the laptop and that's it. Hardware failure or some corruption, some file corruption, software corruption, and you lose data. And when it comes to company data loss, it is beyond your mobile device, because these are data that you could actually use to predict trends, things that you are going to depend on for the next year, previous years. And data loss from laptops, surprisingly, is even more than the smartphones, because most people don't back up their laptops. They just put things on external hard drive and pen drives. And that is where the solution comes in. So you don't lose your things. Because as data is growing, this 402 million terabytes of data I tell you we are generating every day, data loss is happening in the same rate. People are losing their information. And stats is telling us about 45% of cell phone users have accidentally damaged their phones and lost their data. I mean, nobody deliberately wakes up that today I want to drop my phone. Sometimes it's just a crack or a slip, and that's all. I mean, my friend last month, who had been telling to back up her phone with this amazing service called GotBackup. Oh, we didn't listen until a friend of hers daughter came to visit her shop, and the child took the phone and flew the phone. And when the phone cracked, that's when she realized she has not backed up that phone. All she had was a few photos and things she got back. What if she had a solution that will protect her phone no matter what happens to the device? It says about 5,000 screens are cracked every single hour. And what will be tied to you if the screen is a Samsung screen? Oh, you will buy a new phone out of that screen. I mean, Samsung screens are not a joke. My friend lost his Z phone screen. The screen was 16,000 just to replace the screen. That could have bought another phone and sorted other more important things out. A laptop, they say, or a cell phone is stolen every 43 seconds somewhere in the world. So people are looking for solutions. So no matter what happens to the device you are using, the things on it which you cannot replace, because you can always buy a new phone, you can buy a new laptop, but the things on it, would you be able to buy it back? There are solutions so that no matter what happens to your phone, your laptop, you would get your information back and you wouldn't have to lose all the data that you have lost. Are there solutions already in the world? Oh, yes, there are solutions in the world. And I'm sure if I ask you, you will say, oh, but I'm using Dropbox, oh, I'm using iCloud, I'm using OneDrive. I was using them too. until I met GotBackup. And there are billions of people using these services, and they are switching to use GotBackup. iCloud, for instance, has over 1 million paying users in the world. Google Drive, about 2 million or so paying users in the world. Dropbox, last I checked, was about 750 million. Oh, iCloud is 1 billion. Google Drive is 2 billion. Dropbox is what is in millions, 750 or so million paying users in the world. People are already paying to store their data so they don't lose it. But many of them are switching to GotBackup, the newest kid on the block for data storage. And let me tell you how people are switching and why people are switching to GotBackup and why I switched to GotBackup, because it offers something that beats my mind when it comes to data storage. So one question before I even get here. Oh, where's my thingy? I missed it on my previous slide. Most people, when you see memory full on your phone, two options: delete or upgrade. And I know most people choose option one, delete to create more space. Sometimes even after deleting to create more space, the phone will not work any better. You still have to go delete, and eventually you may have to buy the space. And it's coming to a time where you cannot keep deleting, because the data we are generating every time is going to outstrip the devices that we are using. And that's where GoBackup comes in with a solution that beats everybody else. Because cloud storage is not cheap. The reason why people delete is because they don't want to pay. Cloud storage is not cheap. But if you get a cost-effective solution that gives you more value for the price, I mean, most people are switching to use GoBackup now. How do we compare? You can see on the slide the prices. But let me talk about the size first. Because cloud storage is it's an internet-based service, and most storage is either a monthly or annual subscriptions. Annual subscriptions are best because on annuals you get sometimes 3 months discounted or 2 months discounted. So most people prefer annuals. So if you are doing small 100 gig, if you do the cumulative, I'm sure you know that you're actually paying more than the person who paid for the year. But that's on the side. On annual subscriptions, I'll use our popular competitors. The Google Drive, Dropbox, iCloud are the popular ones here. Annual subscriptions for them is about the size you pay for. It's a 2 terabyte space, 2 TB. That's 2,000 gigabytes of space. That's what you get on annual subscriptions for the others. GoBackup's annual subscription starts from 6 terabytes. It's 3 times the space, 6,000 gigabytes of space. That's where GoBackup starts from. And 2 terabytes of space with the others. I'm an iPhone user, by the way, so I know how much they were charging me. 2 terabytes of storage for with iCloud, Dropbox, and the rest. It comes to about $120 per annum, $120 for the year. But I'm sure you see GoBackup's price, but I'll come to that one too in a bit. But just to compare the size GoBackup is offering with what the competitors are offering. So we'll just take the 6 terabyte space before I even talk about the price. So 6 terabytes is what GoBackup offers on its annual subscription. That's the smallest size of space you get with GoBackup. The others do offer about the same size. But let's look at how their 6 terabytes compared to what GoBackup's 6 terabytes is. Because even on their annual subscription, GoBackup's price is cheaper at 3 times the size than what they even offer on 2 times the size. iCloud 6 terabytes is about $400. It's about 4 times what GoBackup is giving you for 6 terabytes of space. Dropbox, Google Drive is about 3 times and 3.5 times more expensive than what GoBackup is offering you for 6 terabytes of space. And 6 terabytes of space may seem too big for you, but 6 terabytes of space is space you can share with 5 other people. You can actually partition the space in 5 parts. Everybody will get their own username and their own password, and you don't have to see anybody's data. So if you think 6 TB is too much for me, I could give my husband 1 TB, I give my sister 1 terabyte, they get their username and password, but I pay just $100 for the whole year of using a 6 terabytes cloud space. But it gets even better, because not only is it $100 at 6 TB, which is more cost effective than 2 terabytes with my other competitors per annum. GoBackup works on multiple operating systems and multiple devices. Unlike iCloud, which works on only Apple devices, only Apple. If you're not an Apple, you can't use iCloud. If you are a Pineapple, maybe your Pineapple comes in the form of Android or tech, whichever Android run device, you can't use iCloud. GotBackup works on all the devices. If whether it is iPhone, Android, whether it's a Windows laptop, whether it's a MacBook, GotBackup works on them. It's able to back up all your data and it doesn't limit you to devices. So if you have 2 phones, 1 tablet, 1 laptop, whichever number of devices, you can back up GotBackup on it. And I'll tell you my story of last weekend. GotBackup works on multiple devices. So you get 6 terabytes of space you can share with 6 people, works on unlimited devices, works on all operating systems now for how much? $100 per annum. And the brain is funny. Mostly when you see a price that is not moving with the others, you are tempted to think that, hey, maybe they are compromised on security. If you watch the video the CEO showed, they use the same security as Amazon, as Google, as Microsoft. Any cloud service that you need, about GotBackup uses the same security. And I'll show it to you in the next slide. But just to summarize what it's offering you, everything in green you see is GotBackup. It's 6 terabytes of storage space versus what our competitors are doing, which is on the white. It's 6 accounts on that space, and it works on multiple operating systems, unlike our competitors who work with just one operating system. In addition to that, GotBackup offers you even more. GotBackup works on iPads, it works on laptops, it works on smartphones. What beats my mind is the laptop function. And I have iPhone and I have a Windows laptop, of course. I mean, I don't like MacBook. The finger motions are too many. I can't deal with that. Windows laptops makes it easy. So there's no way I could have backed up my laptop on a secure cloud space because most of us back up our laptops on external hard drives. And if you have Google Drive here, to back up some few folders for you. But GotBackup for laptops, it backs up to the C drive of your machine. It backs up the operating system of your machine. I mean, it literally clones the C drive of your machine. So no matter what happens to your machine in the time of work, and it does hourly incremental backup. So every hour you're connected to the internet and you're working, GotBackup is literally just scanning and backing up everything that is on your devices. If you have some time, I'll demonstrate what's happening with my machine to you. Because this is what saves you from those software corruption and everything is gone. So long as you're connected to the internet and you're working on your laptop, your things are being backed up onto the cloud and you just have to forget about it. And I mean, for having an iPhone and a Windows laptop, for me, no matter where I am in the world, I mean, I can access my data from anybody's laptop or any internet service. So you don't literally have to carry your laptop and external hard drives and pen drives because you're moving around the world or you are not available on site with your data. GotBackup gives you that peace of mind. Once your things are backed up on the cloud, you can access them anywhere in the world. And it's the only one that works this much on laptops. The other services do not back up your laptop, and GotBackup is the only one that does that. It uses the highest level of security when it comes to security. It's called the Advanced Encryption Standard 256-bit military-grade encryption. And military-grade encryption because that's the level of security that the US military uses to back up their data. That's why they call it the military-grade encryption. But let me try and break it down a bit to explain what the encryption means before we get into the exciting parts where you start making some money with GotBackup. So we all use the chat platform, WhatsApp. Okay. WhatsApp is about a 64-bit encrypted chat platform. What it means is each of us has a 64-character long key that a hacker must break before they can get into your system. Previously, a couple of years ago, it was about 32 or so. That's when people were being thrown off WhatsApp platform because they've been hacked and all of that. Now you have to actually give them your code because it's difficult to break a 64 key length. It's made up of alphabets, numbers, characters. That's how encryption works. In the world of encryption currently, nobody has been able to hack globally a 128 key length. Nobody has been able to hack a 128 key length, a 128 encrypted software. GotBackup gives you 2 times that security, 2 times the security. The 256 is the highest, and you require that for data storage. They have other protocols that protect your data as you upload and download. So if you have ever needed or ever thought this is $100 per annum because they've compromised security, let me break it for you. They use the highest level of security, just like the other cloud storage services you may be using now. Because I'm sure if I ask you what's the security of Google Drive or Android or iCloud, I'm sure you may not know. But they claim they use this security, and this is the same security that GotBackup uses. But beyond this, the storage, beyond the ability to work on multiple devices, GotBackup has other plugins. It has on cloud. I'll try and demonstrate it before we end. On cloud, you can do speech to type. You can use an AI system to read documents for you. If you have a document that you're busy, so you need to just listen, you can use its AI system to do that for you. If you are too tired to type, you can speak to your computer and then the system will type for you. It has Translate, it has Mendeley, it has Zotero, it has other functions. You can translate from Tree to English, anything. You don't need to jump out of GotBackup to do that. The system will do that for you once you are on cloud to work. And it has other co-editing softwares that you will not see on the other cloud services. They are purely just the storage, but GotBackup allows you to do even much more on cloud. It's a whole workspace when you go online with GotBackup. And it adds on, in addition, an email system, which allows you to send up to 2,000 emails. Yes, with a click of 20,000 emails with a click of a button. So you can personalize, bulk, and automate emails. So if you are a company, a school who sends emails to partners and people every Friday, say you want to send an email, you can automate that email, populate it every Friday to send it for you. You don't have to wait till Friday and send multiple emails. And you don't have to send it, hello, Amma, hello, Kofi. You use the algorithm in the system. The algorithm will pick the person's name as you have put the email address and the other credentials there, and then it will send it for you. And you can just bulk it out and let the system do the automation for you. This setup, GotBackup is not even charging you for it. That's the same setup they used to send us the May Day messages from the previous holiday. These are the things that make GotBackup special, because for this, it doesn't even charge you. It's $0 per annum throughout the year. The other services GotBackup offers on its Pro pack. On GotBackup Pro, it gives you 5 additional services beyond the cloud service. I mean, in this time where everything is happening online, there are some things that those who are doing well online are using that makes them efficient online. Sometimes you wonder how are people so successful online. I mean, everybody who is doing business and the people you are looking to do business with, they are looking for you also online. So if you are not online yet, these are the tools that will help you to work online, whether you are a photographer or anyone providing value online, you need this. But let me talk about just one of them so I can get into the business part. Videobar. Videobar works like Vimeo. You know, Vimeo is a streaming sharing software. So if you're a company who's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, and mostly when you have to shoot a video, you have to do it individually and go and post at the various places. Videobar allows you to put all your handles on that video streaming software. You do one video, you shoot it to the whole world at a go. So it goes to your handles all at once. So you don't have to go and do it one by one by one by one. This Pro Pack is being offered at, if you do the sum for the rest of the world, individually, similar services is costing close to $2,000 a year. GotBackup is offering it simply for just $500 a year setup, then every year $200. But if you are a GotBackup cloud storage service user, they waive the $500 off for you and just start off with a $200 annual subscription. And trust me, those who have started this GotBackup Pro are making so much more money because now they have other tools that help them to work online. That's on the Pro Pack. That GotBackup has this mantra. They said you should never ever have to lose your data ever again. You shouldn't ever have to delete again because the size is big, the space is big. You should never ever have to lose your data again. They're offering you a big space you can share with 5 other people, which is as secure as any other cloud storage service. And more than 90% of the work is done for you. You don't have to go organize the things on the platform. Once you start uploading, and it's a mobile app, it's on Google Play Store, it's on Apple App Store. The desktop versions, once you purchase, you get it to download onto your MacBook and then your Windows laptop. 98% of the hard work is done for you. It will organize your photos into the years you took them, the months you took them. You don't have to do that yourself. And it's taking over the world. It will surprise you that just under 3 years of this services existence, it's in 165 countries across the world. Throughout the world, there are 195 countries. GotBackup is in 165, almost 80% of the countries in the world. Ghana got onto this project and to this service through the board member I mentioned to you earlier on. 3 months after it was launched, and you think within 3 months of launch, they said we should be perhaps country number 20 something. We came on as country number 82. The world was looking for a place to store their data in a secure space at a good price with flexibility of operating system, and GotBackup was there, ready to serve it. No wonder in 3 years it's already taken over 80% of the world. And beyond data storage, GotBackup offers something that no other cloud storage service offers. I'm going to play one small video, then we come into the money part, because this is where dreams start turning into reality. Now more than ever, if you have a device and you're not making at least $1,000 a year from your phone, then you should throw the phone away. That's what the start phone I went to read said. There's no way you should have a phone in this era and not be making money from it. This industry gives you a chance, GotBackup, to strategically partner the space. And I'll just play a video to let you see what is happening in the space. The reason why you can't just be storing data, you can't just be an observer in this space, but you should actually take a step at looking at the strategic partnership GotBackup is offering. And let me pause and then play the video, and I'll come back and explain how you can be part of this big thing. Give me a minute.
Welcome to the digital age, where data is the new oil, fueling an unprecedented economic revolution. Every click, every transaction, every piece of data we generate powers the world's economy. Just like oil powered the last century, digital storage will drive the next one. Digital storage isn't just a resource, it's a strategic asset, an economic driver. With data doubling every 2 years, the demand for cloud storage solutions is exploding. Now is your chance to partner with a leader in this space. Imagine aligning with a company that's not just keeping up with the digital storage revolution, but leading it. From innovative cloud storage solutions to cutting-edge data management, GotBackup is at the forefront, ready to scale new heights with partners who share their vision. Partner with us, and together, we'll unlock the potential for growth, innovation, and success. Cloud storage, the new oil of our time. Let's fuel the future together.
Cloud storage has become the new oil of our time. This conversation about AI, this conversation about data, every time you go on, everybody's talking about data. Ladies and gentlemen, every click is generating money. Every click, every video, everything happening online is generating money. I don't know how you started this year, 2026. We are just into May. Perhaps you were, or you actually did pray that God should help you find something to add to your income earning, whether you call it supplementary income, residual income, part-time income, side hustle. This could be that answer to the prayer. And I'm going to explain to you how GotBackup is turning dreams into reality. Because in this space of data storage, it's the only cloud storage service that pays you. Let me tell you what happened to me last weekend. Just last weekend, my own aunt, she came to tell me about how her phones are full. She has 2 phones and a tablet and a laptop, all of it full. And she needed to back up her data. And she had seen me using GotBackup and talking about it, and I can't keep quiet about what GotBackup is offering. So she invited me over to come offer her GotBackup, and I'll show you what happened with this strategic partnership we have with GotBackup. Guys, a slice of something big is worth more than all of something small. A slice of something big is worth more than all of something small. I'm going to prove to you. Because when I saw the stats in this industry, that's what blew my mind. And I knew, no, I just can't continue using my mobile phone and just not be a spectator. These are the stats in the industry. And let me try and explain this graph to you, so you see where this is going and why I can't see an end to this partnership. This is the space called the cloud storage market. The cloud storage market is a $1 billion market. I don't know which industry you work with. I'm in healthcare. I know it's not billions of dollars. Cloud storage is a $1 billion market. Last year, let me start from last year, how much they generated. Last year, at the end of 2025, an organization called Statista.com, they do statistics into trends. Statista.com predicted that 2025, the cloud storage market was going to generate $165 billion at the end of 2025. Towards the end of 2025, the third quarter of 2025, Statista had to do a reassessment of what they had projected. Because instead of $165 billion, the projection had hit by the third quarter, $400 billion being generated from cloud storage. And guess what happened at the end of the year? They actually ended the year $766 billion. This is more than the GDP of my country, Ghana, plus maybe I can add Nigeria, maybe I can add Liberia, maybe Togo. It's generating more than countries are making, all on this device, because data has become the new oil. All on these devices. And what even interests me the most is what is going to happen in the next 9 years, the next 10 years. That's what the graph down here tells us about, the green and yellow graph. In the next 10 years, we are in 2026, in the next 10 years, this industry is projected to generate $3.5 trillion. $3.5 trillion. The number is just mind-blowing. All from what? Storage. Because you are taking more photos, taking more videos. AI has come on. Nobody wants to lose their data. Everybody is paying to store their data. Are you just going to continue paying to store, or are you going to partner the industry where data is stored? You have a single chance to be part of this billion, potentially trillion-dollar industry through GotBackup, because it's the only cloud storage service in this space that not only stores your data, but allows you to take a slice of this big pie, a slice of this big pie, a slice of something big. Like I said, it's worth more than all of something small. Imagine taking a slice of a watermelon versus taking a whole grape. Which one would you prefer? I'm sure the watermelon would be what you prefer. So GotBackup is looking for strategic partners. They are on a mission to reach the world with their service. And they are not looking for tech giants. And I think this is where you should thank the person who invited you. You should go thank Jerry for showing you this, because this has just started. It's been just about 3 years in Ghana here. And still in Ghana, we are not yet up to 2,000 people who are aware of this service and what it's offering. And you understand more about why you should thank Jerry as I get on. Because GotBackup says, I'm one of the leaders of this project, by the way. I lead this project in Africa, and we are looking for strategic partners, people who can see the vision of where this is going. And not only are you going to be a user of the service, because they didn't say we are looking for tech people to push this for us. So anybody who uses my service, trust me, if you recommend my service to your friend to also use, I'm willing to give you some money for it. We are in an economy of leverages and partnerships now. The people who are making good money are leveraging. It's because of leverages and partnerships. And let me give you an example before I get into this again. When we talk about Tesla and Elon Musk comes to your mind, most people think Elon Musk owns the entire Tesla. It will surprise you. Musk owns only 9% of Tesla. Leverages and partnership. Amazon, Bezos owns only 13, not even 30, 13% of Amazon. Leverages and partnerships. Bill Gates, Microsoft, still he owns less than 2% of Microsoft. Leverages and partnership. But all these three people are multimillionaires, because that's the era we are in. It's no longer the traditional business. It's leverages and partnerships people are using to make multi-millions. And GotBackup invites you to be one of their partners on this project. He says, look, the service, you will need it. So purchase my service, $100 per annum, back up all your things, back up all your devices, and be my partner for an extra $20, just for $120 for the whole year. The entire year of using my service on annual subscription, and add $20, be my partner, and let me show you how you can make money from this. Just last weekend, when I went to help my auntie to back up her data, information she needed backed up, and she was happy about backing up. Well, GotBackup paid me because I helped her to do that. Many of us recommend services, products to our friends and family to go use. How many of those organizations give us something back? GotBackup says no. You will not just tell someone to use my service and I make the money alone. I'm going to share whatever comes off my project, my business with you. And this is where $120 can become $500 in a week, $2,000 in a month, 1,500 US dollars in a month. And people are already earning this in this country here. I'll show you evidence of it as we go on. This is the service GotBackup is offering. It offers a family pack of $100 per annum. It has an enterprise pack in case it's an organization recommending GotBackup to. And for everybody you recommend GotBackup to, I told you, GotBackup doesn't keep the money alone. They give you some bonuses. And as a partner with GotBackup, you get to earn up to 7 bonuses with GotBackup. 7 amazing bonuses. I'll talk about 2 of them, and then we could wrap up and do some questions. Let's do the first one, customer acquisition bonus. Customer acquisition bonus. What does that mean? GotBackup says, if you recommend my service to someone to use, and the person who uses the service, I pay you. So guess what? Just last weekend, I just went to help someone to back up their data, family member, and GotBackup did pay me. How much did they pay me? GotBackup splits the annual subscription on the family pack with you 50-50 to start with. So for each person you recommend to GotBackup on this family pack, you are eligible, you make $50 for that person. That's $50 for just that person. There's no cap to how many you can do in a day. There's no cap to how many people you can recommend in a month. People need a service, so you are open to an unlimited number of subscriptions in a month. So whether it is $50 you want to make every day, $200 you want to make every day, $150 you want, people are already doing this. I mean, one of my partners on this project, when we started the project, that first week he made $500. How many? 11 people were the people he helped to back up, people who needed to back up their data already, and they were paid for that. That is what you make when you go back up to customer acquisition bonus. So for $120, which you start the project with for a year, in a week he was already in profit mode. You can imagine what happened to it, what his bonuses were at the end of the year. And that is just on the customer acquisition bonus. The other bonuses, the other services, on the enterprise pack, for instance, the enterprise solutions is $600 for the year. I have a friend who owns a business. He's doing $400 a month for backing up his things with Google, on Google One. So he saw this and he's like, why does he have to keep paying that much? So he's actually migrating his what do you call those ones? The legacy stuff onto GotBackup, so they can use the current data for the immediate things. And for that recommendation, we could make 25% on it. Imagine 25% of $600. That's about $150. So you could be making multiples of either 50s or 150s, depending on how you work with this project. On the Pro Pack, you can be making $200 if you're able to get someone to purchase the entire pack. And I mean, this just keeps getting better. This is just the customer acquisition bonus. So I don't know how you are seeing this so far. You start a project with $120. $120 in this country is just about 1,500 or so. I don't know which business in Ghana you can start with $120, and within that week, you can actually make your money back, because that's what's happening on this project. People are literally turning their dreams into reality. And if you know the economy of my country, the exchange rate is always fluctuating, and you need to leverage on the exchange rate, because the value of our currency is nothing you can build wealth in the future on. But that's just the customer acquisition bonus. Let's talk about the other bonuses, the other 6 bonuses. And I'll speak about the one that is highlighted in yellow. In this industry where GotBackup has situated itself just to push its services, they appreciate work done with precious metals. Precious metals. That's how work is appreciated here. And depending on how you're working, you can go up the ranks. Unlike our traditional jobs that, I mean, you may have to go do some courses and things to get a promotion. Well, over here, people are getting promoted on the daily, on the weekly, because effort here is rewarded. You are not capped with what you do here. Effort is rewarded. We had one of our partners start this project, and in 43 days, it was a diamond. And you can imagine, just like it is in our jobs, as you go up the ranks, you get eligible to a lot more bonuses. So just like it is, you can go from copper all the way to the black diamond. But let me talk about the rank called sapphire, because on sapphire, things get wild there. All you can see there are percentages for the cycle match bonuses. And from sapphire, you can see you're eligible to a lot more ranks. So I don't know how long it will take you to become a sapphire. Let me use a friend of mine who I told him about this and asked him, how many people do you think you can recommend the service of GotBackup to in a month? And his answer was, oh, maybe I can do 4 people every week or something. Like, it's fair. 4 people every week is about $200 already on customer acquisition, but there are other bonuses you can make. These are team bonuses. It doesn't depend on your effort alone. It depends on the effort of your entire organization globally. Because GotBackup gives 75% of its profits, 75% of its profits to all its affiliates in the world who are partners and not just users of the service. And when you become a Sapphire on GotBackup, you start getting a bonus called Cycle Match. Let me explain that to you. So let me use this friend of mine who says he'll do 4 friends in a month. So let's say he's been on the project for 3 months, 4 months, became a Sapphire. Some people have done it in a shorter time. It depends on how hungry you are and what is chasing you. So he became a Sapphire 3 months into the project, and I'll show you how to become. It's pretty straightforward. And he had recommended the service to about 20 something friends at the time. But I'm going to use 10 of the friends to do the calculation, just for ease of calculation, so you can get a rough idea of what the numbers will look like. So on Cycle Match bonus, assuming you've recommended GotBackup to a number of your friends, and I'm sure if I took a poll, I'll get some numbers. Let's use 10 of those friends. Do you get to leverage from them? Yes, you get to leverage from those friends. That's where the Cycle Match comes in. And assuming each of those your friends is earning $1,000 in this particular month. Of course, some may be earning more than that. Some may be earning, say, 2,000. Some will be earning 500. Some may be earning less, 250. Whatever they are earning, on Cycle bonus. GotBackup says, as a Sapphire on this project, you get to leverage 25% of what each person you've referred to the service is earning. So let's use the 10 friends. So assuming each of them is earning $1,000, and you are the one who recommended GotBackup to them, and you are a Sapphire, you get to leverage 25% of what they are earning, each person. So 25% of $1,000 is $250. Let's multiply that by 10 of your friends. That becomes $2,500 as a Sapphire if all of them is earning $1,000. The values may vary if they are earning different currencies, but just to let you see what it will look like as a Sapphire on 25%. But if let's say it took you about a few more months, you became an Emerald or a Ruby on the project, then you become eligible to 50% of whatever your direct friends are earning. So let's use the same friends, 10 friends and $1,000. 10 friends, $1,000 each. 50% of $1,000 is $500 times 10. That's about $5,000 on each of them. $5,000 is what you are eligible to. Then when it gets to the diamond tiers, now you are eligible to earn 100% on each of them. 100% on each of them. So if you're earning $1,000 times 10, for those 10 friends, you could be making $10,000. That's how big this gets. This is a billion-dollar industry. Thousands of dollars does not shake the industry, and that does not shake the earnings coming in here, because people are already paying to store. I don't know which work you are doing. I don't know how long you've been doing the work. I don't know what you do, but I know you own a mobile device. Just pause and think, what is the possibility of earning $10,000 in the next 2 years? What's the possibility of earning $20,000 in the next 5 years? Many of us have been working for more than 5 years. And well, I've been a medical doctor for more than 10 years. And I don't know how many doctors earn $10,000 now, $15,000, and people are working really hard and they all have devices. But since partnering this project, yes, I've made my first over $10,000. I'm heading to my first $15,000 in just 3 years with this project. Do I see an end to this going? No. People are still using their phone. People are still taking photos. People don't want to lose their data. People are looking for places to store their data. They just don't know there's GotBackup, which offers them more space, more flexibility at a price point that beats every other cloud service. And not only does it give you the service that you are looking for, it gives you a chance to earn. Last weekend, I was just sitting somewhere because I can't keep quiet about GotBackup. I've made my whole world know I'm using a service like this. Perhaps when you start using GotBackup, your sister, your brother might need a service. You won't just be recommending them to a service. You'll be recommending them to an opportunity to also start turning their dreams into reality as you also turn your dreams into reality. It is an economy of leverages and partnership. GotBackup is inviting you to be part of this strategic partnership. How to get up the ranks is predicted. It's the same rules applies everywhere. Effort is rewarded on this. So just to summarize everything, for just 6 terabytes of space, for just $120 a year, you get 6 terabytes of space you can use on all your devices. Every device, back it up. You get an access to the email system. You get the security you need for your data storage. And you get access to be part of beyond the service and the income generation, to be part of a community. The community GotBackup has on this, it's not any community, it's a community, in fact, you desire to be part of. There is mentorship, there's training. If all you know is all you can see is the possibility of doing this and you still don't know how to do it, just start it. What you need to do, the trainings you need, the presentations you need, it will be taught to you to do it. Because I mean, in everything that you start, you need to do the learning of it. Everything you need to do will be taught you. You'll be plugging into a community where you are going to meet multi-millionaires. You're going to meet captains of industry. We have professors, business leaders, we have economists on this team who teach and share the knowledge that they have when we meet as a team. Personal development, perhaps that's all that you are looking for to move to your next level, is provided on this project because we have access to mentors. Perhaps you know this mentor. You should Google him, Ogochukwu Emiogo. We have access to people like him who mentor the world. And we have access to being part of a community where you are going to learn how to maximize your own talents and skills and start making money from it. How to start? Just speak to the person who invited you. You know, your friend Jerry invited you to this project, and he's not the one talking. He's not the one presenting to you. There are people who are trained to do this. When you start this project, yours is just to tell your world, hey, I've partnered a project and I want you to take a look at it. Invite them to a Zoom call like this, or to our in-person presentations. We have in-person presentations at Mensvik on Sundays at 3 p.m. Tomorrow we'll be there at Mensvik at 3 p.m. And they should just come listen to make an informed decision to be part of something big. And you'll be amazed what happens at in-person presentation. This is, I told you we hosted the CEO and his wife in Ghana here in 2025. In November 2025, we filled up the biggest room in Mensvik. It was about an 800-seater capacity room. We had over 1,200 people subscribing for the conference. People were standing in the back. There was no seats. So that was when this project was launched. So already it's been launched. People are aware of it. And whether you partner now or later, someone is going to come back to you with this project because it's already started growing and it's taking over Ghana and Africa. This is a service everybody needs. Everybody with a laptop, everybody with a cell phone needs this backup service. And this project, everybody can afford. Everybody, 1,500 for a year, where in that 1,500, you can make 10 times what you started with. The value beats the price. The value beats the price of it. And it's time to start partnering technology and turning your dreams also into reality. Many of us have seen things that are happening online. You are not sure what is happening online. Yes, there are some interestingly suspicious things there. But when it comes to cloud storage, something that people need, I don't see an end to, because everybody's going to continue taking photos and videos and not wanting to lose their data. But GotBackup allows you not only to back up your data, but also to partner something big and start turning your own dreams into reality. These things are spoken about. Life, it is full of uncertainties. When you are unable to move, you're unable to go to physical 9-to-5 work, and you have a device, are you just going to sit down and hold your device? You could actually start earning some incomes from there. And that is where people start sending their dreams into reality. Well, now may be the best time for you to partner technology. Technology is the fastest growing industry in our world. It's the best time to back up your data whilst you earn some income, develop yourself, and have some global connections, because that's where our world is going to now. And you can't just be a spectator on it. So I'll end here. I've taken quite a bit of your time. If you have any questions, I'd invite you to put your hand up and then I'll address your questions. Otherwise, you can speak to my team member and, in fact, very boisterous leader, Mr. Jerido. He'll show you what to do next. And we'll be more than happy to welcome you on board and support you to also be part of this big project that has been started and it's already turning dreams into reality. I promise to show you some videos, some incomes that are being earned on this project. Let me pause my recording. I'll come back to it. I'll show it to you because